Cytoplasmic constituents of plant cell. In living world, we know there is plant kingdom and animal kingdom. More than 8.7 million species are living on this planet Earth. All the living organisms, plants, animals, or even microorganisms are made up of cells. They may be single cell like bacteria or some green algae like chlorella, or maybe multicellular, for example higher plants. These cells are basic structural and functional units of plants and animals. Cells provide definite size, shape, and structure to the living organism. These cells are of two types: prokaryotic, primitive one, and eukaryotic, advanced, having definite nucleus. Each cell of eukaryotic organism contain different functional structures which are collectively known as cell organelles. These are found only in eukaryotic cells, while the bacteria and archaea like prokaryotes do not have any type of cell organelle. The cell organelles are membrane bound, having distinct structures and functions. Now we will discuss in brief some of the details related to the structure of plant cell. So here in this figure we can see plant cell, how it look. So is having cell wall, then plasma membrane. This structure is nucleus, Golgi body or Golgi apparatus here, vacuoles, then lysosome like structures, some filaments, endoplasmic reticulum, which is of two types, rough walled and smooth walled. There is difference between cell of plant and cell of animal. Animal cells do not have distinct cell wall, but plant cells have. And this cell wall is made up of cellulose. Plant cells are having chloroplast and also central vacuole. Plant cell lacks centriole and cilia or flagella. So one by one we will now discuss related with the plant cell structure. So outermost layer, that is cell wall, relatively thick and made up of cellulose, hemicellulose and pectin. So this is the composition of cell wall. Cell wall is protective layer of every cell providing structural support and protection to the plant cell. The rigid thick layer of cell wall is found outside the plasma membrane surrounding the cell. Cell wall also contains proteins and some polysaccharides. Some pores are found in the cell wall which allow water and nutrients to move in and out of the cell. Cell wall protects the cell from bursting when water enters in it. This cell wall is always known as primary cell wall, but some cells may have secondary cell wall made up of lignin. Then another layer, that is plasma membrane. Every plant cell is enclosed by plasma membrane. This membrane is also named as cell membrane or cytoplasmic membrane, which is made up of lipid bilayers and proteins. Plasma membrane is selectively permeable, allowing entry and exit of selective molecules according to the cell requirements. Now, cytoplasm is jelly-like substance distributed throughout the cell between cell membrane and nucleus. Cytoplasm is composed of water, organic and inorganic compounds. It is most essential part of the cell in which different cell organelles are embedded. Cytoplasm also contains enzymes responsible to carry out metabolic reactions. Now, nucleus. Nucleus is made up of nucleoplasm, nucleolus, nuclear membrane, or also called as a nuclear envelope, with nuclear pores on it. The eukaryotic cell has true nucleus or definite nucleus having nuclear membrane. Double membrane it is actually. Nucleus is largest cell organelle and functions to control the activities of the cell, and it is having genetic material in the form of DNA. Nuclear membrane is porous. Within nucleus, there are tiny spherical bodies called as nucleolus, and it carries chromosomes. The hereditary characters are carried by genes and they are present on these chromosomes. Actually, nucleus controls the characters and functions of cell. Now, vacuole, central vacuole. Many plant cells have central vacuole surrounded by a membrane named as tonoplast. It occupies generally 30% of the cell volume and sometime up to 90% of the cell volume even. Vacuoles are very common in parenchyma cells of aquatic plants. Vacuoles are actually storage bubbles of irregular shapes distributed in the cell. They are filled with fluid and enclosed by membrane. Vacuoles contain cell sap, which is a mixture of enzymes, ions, salts, etc. Vacuoles sometimes store toxic substances even. Vacuoles also store food and variety of nutrients required for the survival of the cell. Next cell organelle is endoplasmic reticulum. This one. It is network of membranous canals filled with fluid. Endoplasmic reticulum Endoplasmic reticulum is a transport system of cell involved in transporting materials throughout the cell and is of two types: rough endoplasmic reticulum. This one is rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Rough-walled endoplasmic reticulum is composed of cisternae, tubules and vesicles found throughout the cell. As it is having many ribosomes on it, looks like rough structure and hence known as rough endoplasmic reticulum, and its main function is protein synthesis. Smooth-walled endoplasmic reticulum are without ribosome and hence called smooth endoplasmic reticulum, which is involved in synthesis of lipid and steroids. And also plays important role in detoxification of a cell. Now, mitochondria, energy house of the cell. Mitochondria are also of various shapes and size. Mitochondria are double membrane structure having outer and inner membrane. This one is outer membrane and this one is inner membrane. Outer membrane is smooth, but inner membrane is folded into cristae. Cristae are suspended in matrix. Which contain many enzymes of Krebs cycle for aerobic respiration. Also, DNA, ribosomes, and ATP synthesis particles are also there in the matrix. mitochondria, powerhouse of the cell, we call it as it is mainly involved in synthesis of energy molecules. That is ATP from ADP and inorganic phosphate. The process is called oxidative phosphorylation. Formation of ATP or addition of energy rich phosphate group. By this process is called oxidative phosphorylation. Now, plastids. Every plant cell contains large number of plastids, which are of three different types. Green plastids, call it as chloroplast; colored plastids, call it as chromoplast; and colorless plastids, call it as leucoplast. Here in the figure of chloroplast, green plastid. And these plastids or chloroplasts contains chlorophyll pigment. Chloroplast is also double membranous structure having two envelopes, outer and inner. Each chloroplast has stroma or matrix and grana, which are made up of thylakoid membranes put together like pile of coins. The light reaction of photosynthesis takes place in grana, which release byproduct like oxygen and energy molecules like ATP. Stroma is actively engaged in dark reaction of photosynthesis, in which carbon dioxide is fixed or reduced to glucose with the help of water and assimilatory energy produced in the light phase of photosynthesis. Thus, chloroplasts are solar energy harvesting molecules which convert solar energy into useful chemical energy or biological energy with the release of oxygen in the atmosphere. So, importance of chloroplast in the photosynthesis we have seen in brief. Chloroplast also contain double-stranded circular DNA. Then 70 S ribosomes, 70 Svedberg unit ribosomes, and enzymes required for carbohydrate synthesis. In addition, there are chromoplasts. Colored plastids chromoplasts are and includes fat-soluble carotenoid pigments like xanthopylls, carotenes, anthocyanins, etc. And these are responsible to impart beautiful color to the flower petals, fruit whorls, variegated leaves, seeds, etc. These chromoplasts help in pollination also in seed dispersal. Leucoplast or colorless plastids may be colorless or white plastids found in underground part of plant like root and tubers. Leucoplast actually function as storage plastids. For example, amyloplast storing starch in potato. Now another cell organelle, that is ribosome. So ribosomes actually are non-membranous structures found in close association of endoplasmic reticulum. These are composed of 2/3 of RNA and 1/3 of proteins. They are named as 70S, which are found in prokaryotes, and 80S, which are found in eukaryotes. Both types of ribosomes, 70S and 80S, are composed of two subunits: smaller subunit and larger subunit. Ribosomes are either encompassed within endoplasmic reticulum or freely traced in cell cytoplasm. Ribosomal RNA and ribosomal proteins constitute ribosomes. The function of ribosome is protein synthesis. It is actually site of protein synthesis. Now Golgi apparatus. See here structure of Golgi apparatus. Also it is called as a Golgi body or Golgi complex. Is membrane bounded structure composed of series of flattened stacks called cisternae. Flattened stacks called cisternae. The main function of Golgi body is transportation, modification, and packaging of proteins and lipids to targeted destinations. Golgi apparatus is found within the cytoplasm. Peroxisome is another cell organelle, special cell organelle, which is highly important in lipid destruction. Peroxisomes contain oxidative enzymes and hence protect the cells from reactive oxygen species. Peroxisomes are also act as site for breakdown of fatty acids. Here lysosome. So lysosomes are involved in destruction of proteins. These are bag-like structures containing many hydrolyzing enzymes. It is cell's recycling center. So in brief, we have seen some of the cytoplasmic constituents of plant cell, like endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosome, mitochondria, plastids, vacuoles, etc.